when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. In a bunch formation. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got him. NC State will pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quickly out to the tight end. At the 45 on its way. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They want to run this quarterback. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Creates a little space. Got the first down and still on his feet. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Grabbed over the middle, it's Punga. They are able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Direct snap. Slithers into space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. He caught it. He is run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Georgia comes quickly to the line. A run to the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the running back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to run for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, I love this offense going RPO on first, second, and third down at any point during the game because this quarterback does a really good job with his decision-making. He does a great job reading the defense, seeing the look, counting the box, and he's almost perfect on these decisions to hand the football off on RPOs.
Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Yeah, I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Power football with the run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough. They give them a 1st and goal. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And 3rd down, great job by this offense. Move the chains. Give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
Right on the money. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Lost a throw on 1st down. Under fire. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll pull it down. Looking for room at the 40. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Punga. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll leave it with him. Got room to work. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback will keep it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Fires to the tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is 3rd down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Bringing it out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only 1 play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum.
Makes the grab. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll go with a direct snap. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Akron has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 35 to Nebraska. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
now it's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the left. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We reach the break. It's NC State on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Dumps it off in the flats. Turning it off! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. They send the tight end in motion. They'll go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Ball down, Liddell move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. The offense changing the play. Now he's looking to throw it. And they can't make the connection. The Wolfpack line up facing third and approximately half a mile. The give from the gun. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Hauls it in. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This time they'll go to the running game. Across the 35. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown Bulldogs. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got the quick completion. After 40, there he goes. Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
You start to get that offense going, start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring rate.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to him. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the move. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia lining up to punt it away. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good. especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Got his man on the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Looking to throw on first down. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline.